Hey brothers and sisters, welcome to the CFC Servant in Light podcast, season 4. So ano na to? This is the finale, the last episode of season 4.
Last but not the least.
Oh, last but not the least. Hindi ko lang excited ba ako dito sa episode na to. Basta.
Okay.
Anyway, so kamusta naman? What do you think makes this episode different dun sa mga iba na, or itong season na to different from other seasons?
I feel ito yung season na unpredictable sino yung susunod na guest. Except na pag lumabas yung teaser, di ba? Pero parang ang hirap na dahil
Hindi naman
broad.
naka-blurred yung guest na.
Try natin next time. Pero kasi broad yung pwedeng choices dahil nga CFC in the professional field, di ba? But all throughout yung season natin talagang very
Varied.
fruitful. Pero alam natin na lahat ng leading talaga is from the Lord.
Tapos iba-iba talaga, no? From a catechist, to a content creator, to an
To government
officials, assistant to the ombudsman. Hindi ako
Health
nagkakamali.
professionals.
Health professionals. So iba-iba talaga. May yung una episode natin, undersecretary pa talaga. So, again, all our episodes will be available or are available in Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
Ayan, and make sure to follow and subscribe and share it to your household members or to anyone na feeling nyo could relate to this episode.
So again, brothers and sisters, I'm Mac Quinto.
And I'm Diana Quinto.
Ha? Hindi pa, wala pang kwentuhan. Mamaya na yung kwentuhan
Alam ko,
tayo.
ano ba?
Sinusure lang natin.
Okay.
Okay, di ba?
Okay ka ba?
Okay pa ba?
Okay. So this episode will show how CFC thrives in the field of education. Very relevant to also where I am. In sharing the values and imparting more than just academic knowledge, but formation.
Amen. So yung guest po natin, our guest is a degree holder of BS Biology and a Master's in Education, major in Biology. Tapos meron din siyang PhD in Science Education. And she further strengthened her leadership foundation through the Leaders in Education program at Nanyang Technological University, National Institute of Education in Singapore. She began her career as a high school teacher in St. John's Academy before joining Far Eastern University in 1996. Tas mula doon, she rose from a faculty member to the biology program head, to the Dean of Institute in Arts and Sciences, and at the same time, the Dean of the Institute of Education. Tapos, she became the Vice President for Academic Development from 2014 up to 2022. And ngayon, she is currently the Executive Director of FEU in Cavite.
Wow. Our guest is also a devoted family person, married to her husband since April 21, 1990. And together they have 3 children. They both attended their Christian Life program in October 1992 at Central A4 and have since been active in their community life, with them currently serving as church relations officer.
Amen. So feeling ko yung isang
Amen.
anak nun,
Pogi.
Pogi. So i-welcome po natin our guest, the Executive Director of FEU Cavite, Dr. Myrna, or for the Couples for Christ member, Sesme Quinto.
Hello, everyone. For all my friends in the Couples for Christ in Central A4. Of course, also, I forgot to mention, I am also a lector and commentator from the Archdiocesan Shrine of St. John the Baptist. So hello also to my fellow lectors and commentators.
Amen.
And of course, people from FEU.
Hindi ka busy po, no?
Opo.
Hindi ka masyadong...
Pamilya niyo po ba gusto niyong batiin?
Bakit pamilya mo? Gusto
May
mo
naiwan po ba kayo sa bahay?
Alam na ng mga anak ko na nandito ako. So, hello, of course, to my husband, Saldi, who's the leader, of course, of the community and not me. Okay? And syempre ang aking mga anak na mga nag-work sa GMC.
Gwapo.
Later ko na i-reveal kung sino ang mga ito.
Gwapo yung isang anak mo. So siguro po, before as we start, no, baka maganda rin na unang tanong. So kamusta ka naman, ma?
Okay.
Nanay pala.
Medyo mahirap tong interview to. I have been interviewed several times. I have been speaking several times in conferences, but I think this is more difficult simply because you are my host.
Grabe, you.
Yun.
You are my host.
Of all people, you.
Yeah. But of course, I'm very happy given this opportunity to share our lives, to share what we have been through, and to share also the successes, the different success stories of our lives. So I'm so happy being here.
Amen.
Yes, welcome. Ayan. Actually, nalandito.
Nalalamig ako.
Nalalamig ka.
Hindi ko
Well-
alam ang feeling ko sa interview to. So,
Since nandito na rin naman tayo sa usapan to, and we've introduced Mother as part of the academe, nung naging mag-boyfriend-girlfriend tayo, isa yun sa ano ko na parang nasa same field na parang sabi ko, sana pag pumunta ako sa kanila, hindi ako tanongin ng mga science questions, ganyan, kasi piling ko hindi ko naman masasagot. Ayan, pero like, in that note, no, with all your impressive credentials, especially in the academe, did you always know you wanted to become an educator?
Actually, when I was young, it wasn't my ambition. I wanted to become a doctor. That's the reason I enrolled in BS Biology, hopefully in the future to become a doctor. But we are 8 in the family, and sending all of us to school would not be that easy. So after finishing my BS Biology, I tried other field. And in my school, BS Biology, in the curriculum of the BS Biology, education units was already part of the curriculum, meaning they prepare those who will graduate in BS courses to become an educator. And when I had my practice teaching, it was fun. It was a good experience. So from then on, I realized, I could become a teacher.
pressure ako, feeling ko English dapat yung content.
Sorry.
English na
Thank you for that response.
Thank you for that response.
Very scientific.
Bang, na-mention nyo na walo kayo sa pamilya man. So, ano ba yung, baka maganda mabigyan din ng konting background kung saan ba kayo nanggaling.
We are from Marinduque, Santa Cruz, Marinduque. So I graduated from one of the schools in Marinduque, Marcaper High School during that time. But I think its name has been changed because that company closed already. So we lived in a barrio. So when I was a student, we would really walk a kilometers away. Our house was a kilometer away from the school. So naglalakad kami niyan pagpasok. When I was in elementary, of course, I was in a public school. Siyempre, mga nakatsinelas lang kami niyan. 8 kaming magkakapatid. And the 8 of us, but our parents, despite 8 kami, talagang they worked hard. And the 8 of us were able to finish a degree. So 2 of us wanted to become a doctor pero hindi kakayanin. So the other one who wanted to become a doctor became a medtech, and then I became an educator.
Na-mention nyo na gusto nyo talaga maging doktor nung dati. No? Kailan nyo na recognize and na-realize na hindi, ano talaga, it would be for something else, like an educator or yan?
Well, since my parents could not afford, your lolo and lola, could not afford to send us to a medical school. So, syempre, pipili ka ng other program na would still be of service. Because I know, being a doctor, you are going to serve. And I think the closest is to become an educator. And really, when I started teaching, I learned to love the profession. Obviously, I have been a teacher for the past 43 years. And I'm teaching until now. Even if I am handling an admin position, I see to it I still teach. So, obviously, I love the profession.
So parang knowing niyo yung 43
43.
years, no, in education, parang ang haba. Kasi parang sa education kasi parang one school year feels like 3 years na eh. Pero to be there for 43 years. So for sure, you had a lot of experiences and learnings. But throughout that journey as an educator, how did you see it molded you to the educator that you are now? Like, ano po yung mga natutunan nyo na talagang key sa kung anong klaseng educator kayo ngayon?
I think Couples for Christ, of course, helped a lot. Okay, and being a lector and commentator also helped a lot. So, love for children is really very important. Of course, children now are different as compared 40 years ago. Students now are different. Pero the love for children, ano ba talaga yung gusto kong mangyari sa kanila? So, since I'm also a mother, kung ano yung gusto kong mangyari sa mga anak ko, it's the same way na gusto kong mangyari sa lahat ng mga estudyante na nahandle ko. So, all parents want their children to become successful. All parents want their children to have the good future. So, when I teach, that's the one that is in my mind. Dapat itong batang to maging successful. Dapat itong batang to maging merong magkaroon ng magandang future. So, I think yun yung talagang yun yung talagang lagi kong iniisip. So, there are students who are, of course, not that good. Pero hindi mo yan susukuan eh. So, there are some students na naiiwanan. Hindi mo yan iiwanan. So, I think that's the one that keep me going. I really have to help them in order to become successful in the future. So, that is the teacher in me.
Parang nung sinabi niyo po na parang hindi lahat ng student good, pero hindi mo yung susukuan. Parang
Ako na kasang pumupunta to.
parang yun po ba yung sa mga anak niyo na minsan di sila good, pero hindi niyo sila sinukuan?
Tingin pa ako sa'yo eh.
Baka may itatanong ka
Ayaw ka
pa.
na magtanong. Last na question ko na yung kanina.
Oo.
Pero, I think, alam ko naman tong kwentong to, but was there a point in time na feeling ko, dahil medyo hindi, alam ko, you loved your career, or you love your career until now, was there a point in time na talagang sobrang challenging na, tas parang ayaw mo na lang magturo or gusto mo na mag-venture sa ibang field?
There was a time actually that I stopped teaching for just, I think, mga a month or mga ASEM siguro. So I resigned from as a high school teacher. And then I tried another field. I went into sale. Madaldal kasi ako. So I think kaya kong makipag-usap. Okay, so I tried going into sale. And maganda nga yung ko doon record. I mean, parang kakapasok ko lang, commission basis yan, maganda yung commission. Pero I didn't find myself into that field. Okay, so after I think one sem or less than a sem, I looked for another job. And that is, I went to FEU na. Kaya tuloy-tuloy na from FEU, I didn't stop na. So, I tried, but I think teaching is really the one for me.
So, after listening to your journey to finding your path to education and then confirming talaga na this is your talagang calling in terms of profession, saan po banda doon na ipasok si Father, no? Paano niyo po siya nakilala and how did you...
We came from the same school. So, when we knew each other, elementary pa lang kami.
Crush niyo na po ba siya noon?
Pero hindi ko siya crush.
Ay.
Okay, baka ako crush. Okay, so
Tanungin natin.
we were together in the same school, in elementary, in high school, and partner kami sa JS Prom.
Ay, wow.
Nung high school kami. Okay, but when we went to college, my eldest sister, your tita, parang nagpa-boarding house. And one of our boarders was your papa. Okay. So, he was our boarder. And siguro, dun yung lagi magkasama kasi staying in the same house, mabait na tao, masipag. And during the time, yung mga kasama naming boarders, may mga boyfriends and girlfriends. Ako lang yung wala. I really didn't have any boyfriend during my studies and even nung teacher na ako. So, your papa was my first boyfriend. And siguro, dahil yung mga kasama namin, may mga boyfriend, girlfriend, magkakasama kaming lumalabas. I think that started the relationship.
Siguro, it's also nice to ask since you're a teacher, tas probinsya talaga yun. Alam ko kung seeing kung saan kayo lumaki, hindi pa yung bahay doon currently ngayon, sa ibang bahay pa talaga sa probinsya. So, yung sinabi po ni Mama na sa baryo sila lumaki, literal po na sa baryo sila lumaki. Talagang mga 10 minutes na lakad papunta sa main road. Tas sa mga pinakamalapit na town, mga 20 minutes pa yon. Kamusta yung spiritual life ninyo in growing up as in Marinduque?
Si nanay kasi, my mother, we call her nanay, si nanay talagang religious. Okay? Si tatay hindi. Okay,
Religious naman, kilala niya si San Miguel.
Religious din naman, pero hindi siya yung sasali in the prayer. So parang bata pa naman kami, we were introduced in that situation na kailangan mag-pray, nagro-rosaryo, pero hindi siya yung parang buong pamilya. So, si nanay yung nagli-lead. So, nagsisimba din kami. Kaya nga lang, sobrang layo kasi. Talagang, bago ka makarating ng simbahan, you have to walk siguro mga more than 30 minutes. So, hindi ganun ka-regular. Pero, siguro, the relationship na meron kaming magkakapatid, baka parang yun na yung spiritual namin, na we're very close despite 8 kami. Parang, syempre, the usual na may away-away paminsan-minsan, pero we were very, very close eh. Baka yun na rin yung, I would say, na parang spiritual life namin. Being close to one another.
Sino pinaka-close mo sa mga kapatid mo? Pag-away
Wag
natin.
na, baka mag-away sila.
Pag-away natin.
Kasi manonood sila eh. Baka mamaya,
Ganyan kayo.
ikaw palang close.
So may kamukha si Mama na kapatid niya. Sobrang kamukha. Actually, magkakamukha pala sila.
Actually, yeah.
Hindi pala. Magkakamukha silang lahat. Pero, how were you introduced kayo ni Papa? Kasi you got married 1990. Naging CFC kayo 92. Paano kayo na-introduce naman or paano kayo nakapasok sa Couples for Christ?
Dahil nga nasa Ministry of Lectors and Commentators ako, I started in that ministry when I was 26 years old. So, single pa. And then may mga members in the ministry na mga members ng Couples for Christ. And so, nung kinasal kami, talagang parang una nilang aim was to invite us to join in the community. And then, yung naging isang ninong namin, ninong and ninang, sa kasal, was a member of the Couples for Christ. So, yun din, parang, pagkakasal nyo, kailangan mag-join kayo ng Couples for Christ. Pero dahil nga, nag-work, parang busy, yes lang. Pero hindi kami agad nag-join after the kasal. Right after the wedding, dami na nag-i-invite. Until one of my colleagues in the high school, yung high school teacher, every time na magkikita kami, halika na, mag-join ka na ng CLP. And so, parang, sige, to give in na because there are so many who are inviting na. Pero, parang happy na kasi ako being serving in the church. Parang kailangan ba? Pero dahil nga medyo may kulit sila, sige, let's give in.
Sinong nag-invite? Si Tita ano ba?
Sorry, makulit.
Marami sila, si Noel, okay, in the
simbahan.
sa simbahan, sa MLC. Si Ma'am Doroin sa St. John's. Siya, elementary teacher. And in ninang namin Ninong Danny
Ninang Emma.
and Ninang Emma.
Katulad po kanina, parang ang dami parang busy na. Tapos parang add pa natin yung CFC, lector, commentator. Parang yung schedule nun sobrang regular. Paano, and I know din naman in the stories na life also came with so much challenges. Parang on top of everything. Parang paano nyo po yun na-balance or na-manage na pagiging nanay sa kanya at sa iba po yung sa mga kapatid. Tapos, yung how you have so much care for your students. Parang paano nagkakaroon ng space sa puso at schedule niyo po yung mga bagay na to?
Ako kasi I believe kung gusto mo, may paraan.
Tama.
That is one of my mantra in life. Kung gusto mo, may paraan. Kung ayaw mo, you have so many dahilan. Naniniwala ako dyan. So, busy. We have, as Diane said, we had a lot of challenges in life. And Mark, you know this. We really experience the downest moment in our lives. We experience the nothingness. So God allowed us to experience nothingness in life. Okay? And during that time na walang-wala kami, walang-wala tayo, okay, I never gave up my service. Kasi alam ko, may ano talaga may dahilan. And during that time, na walang-wala talaga, aside from teaching, may isa pa akong ginawa just to augment lahat ng pangangailangan. I went into tutoring. So, nag-tutor after ng class, pupunta ka, mag-tutor ka, and I think may mga 3 duties ako that I have to attend to. So, paglabas ng klase ng 4:30, may pupuntahan akong isa. After that, another one. And I would go home late na. So, pero alam ko may service Household is household. So, no matter how busy we are, kapag may scheduled household, I really have to give up everything and will attend household. Kahit may sakit ang anak ko, okay? There was one time nga na my daughter was sick.
Hindi ako. Hindi
So,
pala ako.
hindi ikaw yun.
Kala ko ako.
My daughter was sick. So, I called up my sister na pakibantayan. Okay, pakibantayan kasi magka-household kami. And yun nga nung nasa household kami, sinugod siya sa hospital. And dehydrated na pala siya. So, it was my sister who was there and my brother-in-law. So, may time. And then, every Sunday, ilang oras lang naman yung misa. So, you get the schedule. Minsan, ang kukunin kong schedule, yung talagang hindi comfortable kasi mag-tutor pa ako and so on. So, busy with work, busy with tutoring to augment kung ano yung mga pangangailangan. Okay, pero service is there. So, hindi namin talaga give up. Okay, and even now, I would say much busy ngayon. Sobrang dami busy.
Sabihin niyo po kung saan kayo nakatira. Tapos saan kayo nagsiserve.
Correct. So ngayon, much busy because I am now assigned in Cavite. So from Monday to Saturday, I would be there. Okay, and then I have to come, we have to come every weekend kasi may service ako sa church. And by the way, aside from me, pati si Papa, nadala ko na in the service sa church as the lay minister. So, dalawa kami nagsiserve. So, ngayon mas busy. Pero, wala bang time? Meron So, nasa Cavite pero may household. Lower household namin, Monday. So, babiyahe, babalik for the household. Tuesday for the upper, babalik ng Tuesday and have the household all the way from Silang, Cavite.
Saan yung household niyo?
And ang household, nako, malayo dito, di ba? And then, meron pa kaming service in the ministry. And sa ministry, dapat, may service ka on a Sunday, pero sana kumuha ka din ng weekdays. So, when I was in FEU, Manila, so, nakakakuha ko ng weekdays, anytime. Pero ngayon, dahil nandun ako, hindi ako pwedeng kumuha ng other days. So, pwede ko na bang sabihin sa kanila, sorry I can take a daily schedule kasi ang layo ko na. Pero parang, pwedeng may paraan So, what I did is, I got the Monday schedule. So, I serve in the Sunday, and then ang kinuha kong weekday is a Monday schedule, which is 7:30 in the morning. And right after my service, we'll travel. So, 24 hours ang isang araw. 7 days in a week, 30 days in a month. So, busy ka sa work mo, pero dapat meron kang time for your service. And I think yung business ko, dapat kasama si service. Hindi pwedeng work lang.
Amen.
Amen. Kung kuha mo yung pagka-busy rin yung mother, ano.
Pagod na nga ako.
Pagka-
Pero I think I don't know if people, I'm sure a lot of your close friends know this, yung naging concern or struggle nga dati in terms of the ano.
Yeah.
Natanong ko lang, yung isang anak na tinutukoy mong dinala sa ospital, nasan siya ngayon? Anong ginagawa niya?
Ay, syempre, nasa service din. So, hi Mara. Okay, she's now in ANCOP, serving also in ANCOP.
Na?
Yeah.
Isa na lang, isa na lang yung papangalanan mo, napangalanan mo na yung dalawang anak.
Okay.
So when did you realize na the Lord was calling you to the field that you are in? Tapos and on all the other services din na meron ka.
Kasi nga dumaan tayo sa different struggles in life, di ba? Sabi ko nga, God allowed us to experience nothingness. So, iko-connect ko from the struggles that we had in our lives. So, when we experience nothing, talagang as in nothing in life, nothing to eat, nothing,
Pamasahe.
walang pamasahe. There was this time that Papa and I would choose sinong papasok. Kasi ang pamasahe would only be good for one. Okay, so, syempre ako ang papasok kasi si Papa Dian marunong mangutang. So, I will be the one to go to the office kasi mas makapal yung mukha ko para mangutang. So, nung time na yon na sobrang walang-wala, sino yung, ano ba yung kinapitan natin nun? It was only God. And I think the CFC. Kasi CFC members talagang helped us during the time na walang-wala. Talagang sila yung, you know this, pinalayas tayo ng bahay, wala tayong pambayad sa bahay. So, napalayas tayo, who helped us look for a place? Kapatid natin sa Couples for Christ. And then, nung lilipat na, sinong tumulong? Kapatid rin natin sa Couples for Christ. Sino yung mga tinatakbuhan natin kung wala na talaga as in nothing on the table? Mga kapatid din natin sa Couples for Christ. Aside of course from my family. So parang nilagay ako ni Lord in this situation para ma-realize ko that these people are the people I will be giving you to let you feel that I will always be with your family. And with those experiences, parang minsan gusto kong tanungin, Lord, bakit pina-experience mo to sa amin? Okay? Pero ako din yung sasagot na, God, parang the Lord, parang sinabi niya sa akin na, para kung sakali na bigyan kita, you know how it feels, yung walang-wala. And you know that, okay? I would say, miracles do happen. We never expected that we will be enjoying the life that we have now. During the time na walang-wala, walang pamasahe, wala tayong sasakyan nun, walang bahay, pinalayas. Pero God has really parang prepared us for now. So ngayon, with the experiences that I had, alam kong nararamdaman ko kung ano yung walang-wala. Okay, nararamdaman ko kung paano ang walang makain, walang pamasahe. So, I think God prepared me for this. Okay, so He allowed me to experience He allowed us to experience all this para kung sakaling bigyan kita anak, alam mo kung paano ang nararamdaman ng walang-wala sa buhay. And really, I feel. So, even, in my work, there are some, nasa private school ako eh. So talagang merong mga parents na kulang, okay? And would magre-request, may mga ganyan. My heart talaga melts kapag nakakakita ng ganyan. Because pag nakikita ko sila, nalalagay ko yung sarili ko. So I think God prepared. So parang nilagay niya ako dito, pero prepare niya ako dyan sa pagkalagay niya sa akin dito.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh, tanong ka ulit.
Parang wala na kayong
Wala ka.
matanong.
Hindi, but just to let people, I don't know if, I think hindi na shinare to ni Mama, pero meron siyang mga 4. Hindi naman siya yung nagpaaral mismo, pero inilapit niya sa scholarship sa FEU. Kasi narinig niya lang narinig niya lang yung kwento randomly. Kinuwento sa kanya. Tapos dahil narinig niya yung kwento, hinanapan niya ng paraan na makapasok sa scholarship. And I think 4 na estudyante na. Hindi lang natin papangalanan, pero those are reminders of the goodness of the Lord and the life that we've had or that we have right now.
Yeah, I agree. Talagang yung habag talaga ni mother, iba. Lalo nung bumili ng sasakyan, nagtitingin-tingin pa lang naman, pero nalaman niya kwento nung nag-aahit.
Nag-aahente ng sasakyan.
Sold.
Bumili.
Diba? So, ngayon po na nasa sitwasyon or kalagayan na malayo na talaga sa kung ano yung nakaraan. May mga times po na nahihirap, may challenge na makita yung Diyos. Kasi pag mahirap yung buhay, minsan madaling kumapit sa Diyos. Pero kapag yung medyo gumiginhawa, na-experience nyo rin po ba na parang kailangan nyo i-remind yung sarili nyo na bumalik sa Diyos? And paano nyo nasusustain yung pagkapit sa Diyos sa kabila nung ganitong buhay na maginhawa at nakakatulong sa iba?
Parang hindi ako kumawala sa Kanya. Parang hindi kami kumawala sa Kanya. Nung walang-wala, syempre, sobrang kapit. Pero until now parang He was the one who gave this. Yun nga sabi ko, now, I'm so busy, very busy. Pero we see to it, we attend Mass every day. Okay? As much as possible, maka-attend kami ng Mass every day. And minsan nga, siguro I would like to share this. Nag-attend kasi kami ng Mass every day hanggang kakayanin. And morning kami nag-attend kasi pagdating ng hapon, a lot of meetings. So minsan, I can't just cut a meeting. So kung hindi ko ika-cut yan, di ako mamimiss ko. So konting sacrifice, gigising kami ng maaga and then magmamas kami every morning. So I just want to share this kasi ang ganda-ganda nitong experience na to. So every day, nag-a-attend kami dyan and we see this one woman na nakikita namin siya. Pwede ba sabihin yung simbahan? Okay, Lady of La Salette. So, nagmimas kami dyan every day. Nakikita namin siya. And then one time, tagal na nakikita namin yan. One time, bigla siyang lumapit sa amin. Ang sabi niya sa amin, you know what? You are really an inspiration to me. Siya kami, why? Sabi namin, you know, when the two of you greet each other during peace be with you and you kiss each other, I can feel the love that you have with each other. Sabi niya, and then sabi niya sa akin, you know what? My grandmother is separated. My mother is separated. I am separated. That's why I'm so so inspired seeing you. So, and then sabi niya, nagdasal daw siya kay Lord na sana pumakat na sa anak ko. Nakat nga kasi yung anak niya ay nagmadre. Okay, madre.
Kat.
Kat talaga.
Oo. So kasi nagmadre. So parang yung ganyan, yung mga ganyang simple gesture na nagsisimba kami, yun pala, we can inspire pala people na wala naman kami, nagsisimba lang kami everyday, nakikita lang kami. So hindi kami kumakawala. So yung simple things ganon, nagkukwentuhan kami, my God, parang nakaka-inspire pala tayo with that. And then, siyempre in the place of work, I would always mention to them, I would tell the people, alam nila yan, ma'am, uwi ka po bang maaga ngayon? Ay, hindi, nakasimba na ako Because they know, I have to leave at 5:15 para makaabot ng
5:30.
So, alam nila, pag hindi ako umuwi ng 5:15, alam nila nakasimba na ako in the morning. So, alam in the place of work. So, that means, di kami kumawala. And then, of course, the rosary. I can a revelation. I can't sleep without holding a rosary. Okay, I can't sleep. So sa mga kama ko, iba-iba yan. Madami kong rosary. And because I can't sleep. So I'm holding on to God. Hindi ako kumawala whether ngayon na lalo na dapat ngayon ako hindi kakawala sa Kanya, di ba? Because God has blessed us with so much. Something na hindi natin inisip before.
Baka
Di ba?
maniwala silang madami.
Hindi nila inisip before. Kasi before naman, alam mo yan talagang wala kami sasakyan. Who would ever think na bibigyan kami ng sasakyan, not just one, di ba? Okay. Penalize tayo sa bahay. Who would think na may sarili tayong bahay, not just one, di ba? Parang ganyan. God has, sobra, as
Ano ba yung bahay
in.
natin?
as in, sobrang, I would say, miracles really happened in our lives. And I think I would like to attribute that to the services that we do.
Yeah. I think hindi to, although nakalagay sa introduction and reality, 3 lang kaming anak. Actually, 4 kaming pinalaki nila mama kasi yung isang sister-in-law, kapatid ni Papa, na sister-in-law, sa amin na siya lumaki. So magkaedad kami. So parang 4 kaming magkakapatid, although technically 3 lang talaga kaming anak.
Pang-5 na ako.
Pang-5 na siya. But I think it's time to honor din si mama na and si papa din dahil din doon sa kung paano rin kami pinalaki. Naalala ko dati, sinasabi ko sa kanila na nung naging simula ako misyonaryo, lagi sinasabihan na kasalanan niyo po to kung bakit ako nag full time. Kasi doon ngang lumalaki ako, alam ko kung gaano kayo ka-passionate sa Couples for Christ and serving the Lord in CFC. And eventually, nung nag-YFC ako, nung Kids for Christ ako, pinipilit niyo ako sumama sa kids. Nung YFC ako, pinipigilan niyo ako sumama sa YFC. Kasi lagi naman akong wala. But eventually, that allowed me to grow in love with the Lord and the beauty of the community din. No? So, with that being said, Ma, what would be your advice? Ano yung mga advice na mabibigay mo dun sa mga kapwa mo Couples for Christ members na gusto rin naman talagang i-honor ang Panginoon through the work that they do?
Surrender everything to God because that is what we did. So God has the best plan for all of us. I think that's the learning that we got during the time na nag-struggle kami, na talagang surrender everything to Him. We surrendered lahat. Plano, pangarap sa buhay. Kasi alam niya naman what is best for us. And surrendering means even your family. I surrendered even my family to God. I surrendered you to God. Okay? I surrendered my children to God. So, during the time that you were still in college, medyo struggle pa tayo nun So, when you were about to graduate, sabi ko, this is the one. Siguro naman makakabawi na kami kasi makakatrabaho na siya. But you opted to be to do a mission work. And so just the same. So I prayed to God, if you want to call him in the community and be a missionary, okay po. I give up my son to you. Okay, and then when Mara graduated, okay, so she went abroad. So I go, sige, okay na, sa inyo na po si Mark. Pero si Mara, sana hindi. But just the same, after going abroad, di siya nakatiis, Mama, I'll go back na dyan. And then pagbalik dito rin, dito rin sa Angkop. Okay, hindi rin siya nag-industry. So I also gave up, Mara. So I gave up everything, including my children, all our plans, and all our dreams. And true enough, sabi ni Lord, give up mo anak because I have plans for you. And really, after giving up Mara, everything na nangyari, hindi ko na alam why it happened. Promotion after promotion. And to think na even yung ibang rules in the school, hindi nasunod because I got promoted to a position na usually ang kinukuha tagalabas. So, God knows what is best for you. So, my advice, my dear brothers and sisters, just give up everything to God, or ask God for all your plans, all your dreams. Siyang may alam. And if you follow God's will, then everything will be all right. Nothing will be wrong.
May isa ka pa namang pwede
May isa
magpayaman.
pa.
Gusto ko nga rin po itanong, dumating po ba ako na nabuhayan ba? Ako ng pag-asa ng pamilya to.
May isa ka pang pag-asa, may isa pang nagtatrabaho naman sa industry. So, baka yun.
Idesal natin
Magpare.
na magpare naman siya.
Lord!
Wala pa din. Ganun pa din. Sige po, maraming salamat. Baka before we end, baka may gusto pa kayong batiin. Batiin mo na rin yung, si Matthew na lang, hindi mo na pangalan. Siya
Oo
kasi
nga.
pasabihin mo na.
Oo nga.
Batiin niyo.
Okay, so, for my other children, Tin and Matthew, panoorin niyo to ha. Okay. Siguro I just want to say na this is, I hope I inspired people with my sharing. And I just want to let everyone know that that our family is really working on or our family is really a Christ-centered family, and I think with that being a Christ-centered family, whatever happens, parang we are still here. Siyempre, kahit papaano may mga struggles pa rin, di ba? Pero nakakayanan dahil ang aming pamilya ay centered on Christ. So, Matthew, Tintin, Mara, and Mark, continue what you're doing. We never miss attending masses. And yan lang ang requirement ko sa mga anak ko. Sunday, no matter how busy you are, Sunday is a day for the Lord. Okay, so Matthew, Tintin, Mara, and Mark, together with Diane, never forget that.
Panglima.
Yes, not last but not the least.
Sige po. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mother.
Thanks, Ma, for being part of this. And alam ko matagal mong tinago to, alam hindi ko alam. Pero isa po ako sa mga nagsuggest ng mga pangalan. So, alam ko to. Siya hindi niya alam. Pero yun po. But thank you again for sharing your story. And again, for being a blessing not only to us, your children, but also, I'm sure, may mga kapatid din tayo, may mga kilala rin tayong na-bless din ng presence mo and ng help mo din at some point. Alright, so shout out kay Papa. Kung nandiyan ka. Alright.
Napa-look back ka ba?
Oo, kasi
All those years.
those are stories that are
Yeah.
very familiar to me, kagaya ng sinasabi ni Mama. Na alam ko talaga yung mga kwento na yun. Marami pa siyang hindi dinetail actually, pero syempre, it's a different story pag dinetali niya.
Yeah.
So, how was this entire season, since this is the last episode for this season, the finale? Grabe, no? Pang-apat na season na to. Nakatatlong season ka na. How was this season for you, no?
For me, parang ang timely lang how we also end, like when we end, kasi it's Christmas season, di ba? Na parang all those stories, for me, yung pagkakarinig ko sa mga guests natin, parang lahat talaga punot dulo, parang si Lord talaga. So, parang it prepares us in parang receiving Christ, the baby Jesus, in our families, in our homes, na when we start again, kasi we're starting the calendar again of the church, that when we started with Him, and then of course, we always end with Him.
Amen. So, I think personally, no, it's, dahil hindi naman ako, ang workplace ko ay Couples for Christ. So, para sa akin, hindi iba yung witnessing sa Couples for Christ. Dahil workplace ko nga. So, isa lang ang witnessing ko. But to hear our brothers and sisters from different walks of life, different jobs, na kung paano nila pinaprioritize ang Panginoon, even if they work in a corporate setting, in the government, or in other aspects pa ng buhay, it really is inspiring. Maraming, ang isa sa naging key takeaway ko siguro, or pinaka takeaway ko, maraming nag-ulit-ulit neto nung mga nakaraan, yung being salt and light to the world. They kept on mentioning that being in the workplace, being couples for Christ in the workplace, or being a Christian in the workplace is being a salt and a light to the world. So I hope to our brothers and sisters will continue to be salt and light, or maging asin, magbigay ng lasa sa mundo, at magbigay ng liwanag ng Panginoon sa mundo.
Yeah. I think isa pa sa talagang major takeaway ko na narinig ko rin ng paulit-ulit. Dahil nga as someone na hindi naman lay missionary na nagtatrabaho in a field outside, parang it resonates with me when we ask about scheduling. Na parang, ang hirap naman, nung naging Couples for Christ tayo, doon natin na-realize, parang, grabe, ang hirap palang maging Couples for Christ. Na, yung schedule, di ba, pag may upper, may lower, may Christmas party dito.
May coffee break.
Oo, parang anday, parang paano ginagawa ng mga CFC na nauna sa atin yun. And when they share about, parang, di ba, someone said na, ibigay mo lang kay Lord yung schedule mo, or eto talaga yung uunahin mo, or isosurrender mo talaga yung calendar. Tapos parang may guest din tayo na nag-share na pinagdadasal nila yung schedule nila every day or like every month, na hindi tatama yung iba nilang schedule to the activities of Couples for Christ. So, talagang yun, striking yun, na I think sana may inspiration and impact din sa ating Couples for Christ, lalo sa mga younger couples, no, na talagang nagsa-start pa lang ng journey nila in the career, and at the same time starting their life in the community.
Amen. So once again, thank you to everyone who
all our
joined
guests
us, all
and
our guests for the entire season nitong Servant in Light podcast. And of course, thank you kay Mama for being the last guest for this season. And syempre kay Papa na nandyan, hi Pa, na laging sumasama at sumusuporta din kay Mama and sa amin, sa aming magkakapatid and sa ating pamilya. So, once again, thank you for being with us. We're happy to have journeyed with Couples for Christ, not only in CFC, but CFC in the workplace.
Yes.
So, I hope na kung nakatulong sa inyo itong episode na to, or other episodes that we had, pwede nyo pa itong balikan. You can watch it again, catch it again in Facebook, in YouTube, in Spotify, and in Apple Podcasts. So make sure to subscribe and to share this to all our brothers and sisters who you feel would benefit from this greatly.
And to follow.
Oo, and to follow. And the other seasons pa, kung ano pa man meron tayo. So, muli mga kapatid, maraming salamat. See you again next year. We wish everyone a Merry Christmas from the Servant in Light team. Merry Christmas po sa inyo. So, again, this is Mac Quinto.
And I'm Diana Quinto.
This is the CFC Servant in Light Podcast Season 4. Tara!
Kwentuhan tayo.